Hey guys, what's up? I'm joined here by Sean from Yellowcard.
Hello.
Say what's up. So Sean, right now, let's just talk about the fact that you guys just re-released your album, Ocean Avenue. You did it acoustically. Why did you guys decide to release it acoustically instead of doing like an extended version or something of that sort?
Well, we always release most of our material when we put out records, so we don't have any hidden gems or unfinished tracks from the Ocean Avenue recording sessions. But we've always had an acoustic sound that's really nice for the violin because it digs out its own pocket. But most of our songs, they start, Yellowcard songs are sort of born acoustically. And we did a pretty famous acoustic tour in 2008, and a lot of people just continually ask, when are you going to do that again? When are you going to do that again? So this is just a really nice way to bring in our fans and have it really sort of living room, intimate, hear them singing and hear us, talking about stories and talking to everybody in the crowd. And we wanted to reimagine some of the songs. So instead of re-recording the album, which I thought might have been a waste of time, if we offered different variations of the song and sort of how they were born and do a full studio production. We didn't want to, just do a little bedroom recording and put it out and just, it's not the official Yellowcard way. So we wanted to make sure it stamped for approval, and our fans were happy, and the response has been great. The shows have been awesome. I think from a business standpoint, people were second-guessing the acoustic thing. But, for us, we've always played acoustic. We've always written songs, and the tour's really picking up steam. We do, full acoustic front to back, and then we come out and we do an hour-long rock set. And so 2 hours a night, as you can hear my voice, I'm a little tired, but it's a lot of fun. It's worth it, to sort of thank our fans for 10 years of support.
And some of the fans who haven't been with you guys for 10 years are kind of getting to rehear these songs, I guess. Maybe they didn't pick up the album before. Are you guys getting some maybe new fans off the album?
I hope so. I mean, our Ocean Avenue is a really nice pocket for Yellowcard. It's our biggest record. Has most of our legacy has to do with that record, and we're so thankful to have something like that in our discography. But a lot, like you had mentioned, a lot of our younger fans have never heard these songs performed, and so as we're getting older and sort of showcasing different artistic elements that we have in the band, it's still, I think, nice for people to hear these songs, in whatever type of setting. So it's a good way to share with them, and then we come out and play some of the newer songs and get our full rock on.
That's awesome. What about the acoustic set? How are you guys still keeping that fun and rocky? And like some people have speculations or whatever about acoustic sets that they can be kind of boring. What are you guys doing to keep it still fun, just like a regular Yellowcard show would be?
Well, I think a lot of the songs off Ocean Avenue still have a very pushed tempo, and a lot of people are, by the end of the record, it has like a slow build, and I feel like even though it's acoustic, we have the drums. I mean, LP is the backbone of the band, and he adds, a pretty heavy element. And so, a lot of these songs, as they pick up steam and as people start to sing along and the vibe starts to spread through the vibe, it's such a weird word, but, everyone starts feeding off the energy, and, the nodding the head becomes, jumping up and down, and the jumping becomes the swaying, and we hopefully have an eventual, crescendo into, just a full pandemonium of a Yellowcard rock show. So, I don't think it's boring or sleepy. I think it's still exciting, and there are moments where the ballads that are a little bit more intimate, and I think it's closer and it's more sort of friendly than it would be just if we were just all rock and making as much noise as possible. And I think for us it's a huge risk. Not a lot of artists will take this risk because everything, the human element and the mistakes are super naked. You don't have the big distorted guitars and all the effects to sort of hide some of the mistakes that happen when you're, just a normal artist. So we put ourselves out there, and we want to share, sort of where we're at as musicians, and this is, again, a really special time for Yellowcard.
I know that the album obviously is all the same songs, just re-recorded acoustically, but did you guys maybe get to work with any cool people on this album? Maybe some of the original people that you guys worked with on Ocean Avenue originally back in 2003?
Yeah, I mean, we brought in, on this one song, 1 Year, 6 Months, it's already acoustic, and we got a lot, we read the internet and the Twitter and everything, and people are like, how are you going to make an acoustic song more acoustic? So we brought in this famous studio pianist named CJ, and he came in and just arranged the song, and we wanted it to be piano themed, but his arrangement was so big and so powerful, we didn't need to add any other elements, we just put in some violin and vocal again. So we did little things like that, and we didn't just re-record the songs like, okay, this is the song, this is the formula, go. A lot of the songs, you know, they changed. Ryan, you know, played the banjo on one song, and I played mandolin on a couple songs, and you know, we had our string team come in, and we went very string heavy. Everything was really focused on the violin, so it's a really nice pocket for me to have, you know, for Ocean Avenue, and it wasn't, you know, a straightforward, you know, just these are the songs. We redid a lot of them, and we worked really hard to make sure it wasn't just regurgitated information.
Yeah, and for the big release, you guys are, as mentioned already, doing the 10th anniversary tour, the acoustic tour.
Mm-hmm.
How is it different preparing for a acoustic tour, but yet still playing the rock set at the end? How did you guys have to prepare differently for that?
Well, I mean, we're basically preparing two sets. We play the acoustic set, and you know, we needed some extra equipment to make sure that was working, and we traveled with, I mean, double the guitars, and we got a new monitor console because we had basically changing the set right in the middle, and then of course our electric set. So a normal tour, we would have a day rehearsal where we rehearse our set and sort of make sure everything's teched and worked out, but this one we had to tech one set, tech the other set, and then tech the whole show. So it took 2 days of rehearsal, and the first couple of nights it was kind of like Dr. Frankenstein. We were like, oh, it's alive, like it works, like everything's okay, it's gonna be okay. You know, you never know. I mean, you know, we still get nervous, like, you know, we don't feel like if we go out there and we just play shows or, you know, songs in a show, it's automatically gonna work. So, you know, it took a few days for us to really feel comfortable and really enjoy the nuances of the set as well. And you know, we're right in the middle of the tour right now, and we have this really good stride, and it feels great. It's good to be back, you know, here at the House of Blues in New Orleans. It's just, I don't know, we're just having a lot of fun.
And you guys are also obviously playing a lot of songs that you probably have not played in a while. How was that getting ready for it? Did you guys have to like relearn some of the instrumental parts? Did you forget lyrics?
No, well, I forgot them one night, but I always forget lyrics. Like Ryan he does all the heavy lifting. But I mean, for us, we've been playing our instruments for a very long time, and I've been playing the violin since I was 5, and Longier's been playing drums since he was 2. And I think most of it was just the tightness in the rhythm section, is locking the drums with the bass and the guitar, and I think most of that's the power, and that's sort of what sets the stage. The other little nuances like the violin and the vocals, you know, each night maybe there's a little bit of variation here and there, just based on vocal fatigue or inflection or whatever, and I think that's what makes it special. But we practice at home, like we kind of showed up, and I would expect my guys to have
the
material down, you know, so
you knew
it's pretty easy. I think most of the heavy lifting was putting all the new equipment together and running the set, you know, 5 or 6 times before we even showed up. So it was pretty good. It was nice, and everyone knew the material like I expected them to. So
you're like a little teacher. You're supposed to know the material.
Well, I'm a violin teacher, but I have the most training, you know. So all my teacher growing up was like, you practice at home. If you don't practice at home and you show up, you're unprepared. So I kind of like, I'm kind of the driving force. I'm like, come on, guys. Like, I know this is a fun job, but I don't want to sit here and watch you learn the part. Practice at home.
All right, well, thank you so much for taking some time out of your day, and I wish you guys the best of luck at the show tonight. I'll be watching, so hopefully have fun. Don't mess up.
I will have fun.
Don't mess up.
I know I'm human. I'll mess up a little bit, but nothing.
All right, bye.
Bye. Thank you very much.